This is the real Impact Wrestling World Champion, Big Michael Elgin, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
This is the jaw-jacking Tuesday Night Impact, and his mother called him son because he shines like one. Mocha Skin Manimal, Rohit Raju, and you are watching Total Nonstop Impact.
This is Taya La Güera Loca, and you are listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
The Walking Weapon, Josh Alexander, and you're listening to Total Nonstop Impact.
We are the Rascalz, and you are listening to Total
Nonstop
Impact Podcast, baby.
Woo! And what you're really listening to is Total Nonstop Impact. Don't you dare miss a lesson. Oh yeah!
What's up, Impact Wrestling? Let's make some noise!
Sitting here, you guys got a 15-minute intro of putting yourselves over while I'm sitting here and watching Jaybone and Kaylon and you're 50. I never saw a 15-minute intro of three guys putting themselves over.
This is the good stuff.
Welcome back to Total Nonstop Impact. Impact Talk for Impact fans featured right here on the TNI Network. This is Trent, my co-host, Kyle, Alicia, and Jaybone. And this is the Impact Wrestling Review for June 16th, 2020. Everybody, what's happening? What's happening? Ladies first. Alicia, ladies first. What's happening?
I'm good. Just having a great night. Had a great viewing of tonight's episode of Impact. Ready to talk.
Very nice. She's got some new clothes, guys. Alicia's going to show off her new awesome t-shirt. Look at that. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. If that doesn't make you want to buy a shirt, I don't know what will, everybody. Get yourselves a
so
t-shirt.
Glamorous.
Very nice. Very nice. Kyle, Jaybone, let me say hello to Jaybone. Jaybone, what's going on?
What is up, dude?
Very nice. Kyle, you really are a scumbag. You know, I mean, what is I told you.
Hold on, Trent. What a scumbag.
Absolutely.
What a scumbag.
How many times do I have to tell you? Number one, I say, Kyle, I need you to edit that intro video. Turn the volume down. So it's still a little loud. Still a little too loud. Blowing people's eardrums
You
out.
think I'm going to college for audio production? I don't know what I'm doing.
Secondly, what is your beef with having John E. Bravo in the intro? I've asked you for since he appeared a month ago to get him into that intro. He did a drop. He was so kind enough to not only rip on us, but do a drop for us, and you will not put him in the intro. Is there a reason? I need to know the reason behind this.
You just got to remind me 10 more times today. It'll happen. We'll get to it. I mean, hey, at least I got this intro done. I think it looked great. I mean, volume needs to be turned down a little. It was beautiful. I mean, we got Alicia in there now. We got all the stars in there putting ourselves over. We got Vince Russo in there kicking us in the balls. What more could you ask for?
Very nice.
Kaylon.
Yes,
Kaylon.
Calling you Kaylon.
Kaylon. And that's been sticking. My buddy Brett from the Roger and JP show, he's been calling me Kaylon. My coworkers calling me Kaylon. Kaylon's sticking. I don't like it. It's KL. I dropped Kyle, and I'm KL. You know why I dropped Kyle? I didn't get to explain this on the show. You know why I dropped the name Kyle?
Because of those memes?
I'm going with the broadcasting name, KL. It's professional, and, you know, the internet ruined Kyle. Whenever people say Kyle, they think of an angry kid drinking Mountain Dew, punching holes in the wall, and quite frankly, I'm not going to stand for it.
I don't know if anything you would do would be considered professional, Kyle. You really are a total scumbag.
Speak for yourself, Trent.
You know, you got this delinquent haircut now. I don't know where this comes from. I mean,
this is the Impact starter kit right here, man.
Look at
I got
that.
Ace Austin, Zachary. I stole their haircuts. Highway robbery.
Like unbelievable.
Highway robbery.
Ridiculous.
Hey, they get chicks, Trent. They get chicks.
That's
I gotta
true.
look like them.
Maybe
you should get a haircut. You look like the Geico caveman. Animal. Grizzly bear. Speak for yourself. And Jaybone, you keep your mouth shut because you don't know anything about hair.
Yeah, Jaybone hasn't known anything about hair in years.
That's right.
That's true. All right, guys. Top of the show, though, we have a guest. We're not going right into the Impact Wrestling review. We got a couple of minutes. We got a guest with us.
A guest?
So we got a guest. He's backstage right now. This is a very esteemed guest. Now, it's not related to Impact Wrestling, but he's related to the wrestling world. He just produced a very amazing documentary called 350 Days. And this is it's a fantastic documentary. We're going to talk to him. Evan Ginsberg is in the house. So let's go ahead and bring him in here. Who's controlling it? Kyle or Jaybone? One of you bring our guest of honor into the room here, please. Evan Ginsberg, how you doing?
Hey!
Very nice. Very nice.
Of course. The great
Nice
Evan Ginsberg.
Very nice. Can we hear it? I don't know if we can hear Evan. Are you there? Can you hear us? He might be on mute. I think he might be on mute, Evan. Let's see. He's going to take a look at that in a second.
There goes. He's off mute now. No, Evan, click it again. Click it again.
One more time, Evan. There we go.
Now speak. Uh-oh.
Nothing yet. Nothing yet. We should have tested it.
Cam/mic, Evan. Look under cam/mic. Click that. Click your audio. You'll be able to live, folks. We are live.
We are live. Anyways, while he's looking into that,
because I want to talk about 350 Days, man. Movie was awesome.
While he's working that out, let's talk about this for a second. He was also an associate producer on The Wrestler, the very famous Mickey Rourke movie, The Wrestler, classic movie. I saw it in the theater.
Evan, do you know sign language? Maybe we could ask you things. You can write them down, and
we're gonna see what's going. Maybe Evan try popping out and popping back in. We'll see if that works.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, there we go. Hey,
yeah. All right.
Very nice. You got
all
you.
good. Here we go.
All right.
All right.
Okay, here goes nothing. Yeah. Evan, welcome to Total Nonstop Impact.
Thanks so much. Appreciate being on.
Very nice. Listen, so tell us a little bit about yourselves, who you are, for those who might not know.
Evan, can you turn the volume down just a little if you don't have headphones? It's like a radio station. You got to turn the radio off.
Better.
Do we still hear an echo?
A little bit. We still got an echo from him.
Yeah, we'll work with it.
There we go.
We appreciate you having on. Hey, perfect.
Okay. Well, 350 Days stars superstar Billy Graham, Bret Hart, Greg Valentine, Tito Santana, 36 legends. And what does the title mean? Back in the day, guys like Ric Flair literally would wrestle 350 days. Greg Valentine's a buddy of mine. He told me he worked 320 days. Bret Hart worked 336 days in 1 year. And what's the toll that takes on your body, your family, your relationship with your kids, etc., so on. And that's what the movie's about. And it took 6 years to make it.
Wow.
And we've been promoting it for the past 2. And basically, they pour their hearts out. And it's a real sacrifice what these guys went through.
Now, Evan, I saw it in the theater. You had a one-day theater release, correct?
Yeah, we released it through Fathom nationwide, and now we're with Gravitas worldwide, Gravitas distributors, and you can see it anywhere in the world, and we're very proud of it. It's gotten great reviews, and basically what we said to our editor, Michael Burlingame, who worked with Paul McCartney and Sting, not the wrestler, Sting the musician.
You got to clarify that.
And people of that stature, we said, make a movie that is not a shoot interview, but that would make an 80-year-old woman who never watched wrestling cry. That's what we were shooting for. You know, a real movie with heart and soul. And, you know, what's it like to be away from your kid? You know, you're not at his graduation. You're not at her wedding. You're not at the birth of your kid because you're wrestling. You're not there on Christmas because you're working Starcade. Absolutely. You're not there on Thanksgiving because you're working the Survivor Series. You know, it's a brutal business. People don't realize.
Now, Evan, why did it take 6 years to make? What made it so long?
Well, we interviewed probably close to 90 guys, and we had 90 or so hours of footage that was edited down to an hour 48. Wow. Okay. So besides making the various business deals to get it out there, you know, most movies don't even get distribution. They're buried on YouTube or whatnot. So it's a process. The Wrestler from start to finish, I was associate producer on both films. The Wrestler took 7 years.
The Wrestler? Randy the Ram?
That's right.
Well, tell us all about that. That's a whole can of worms.
Yeah. I was an agent. I was out with Johnny Valiant and Nikolai Volkov one day, and we were just doing an autograph signing in a little wrestling store in New York. And the executive producer, the money guy, the executive producer's best friend shows up at the appearance, starts talking to us, says we're working on this script for the wrestler, and this was in the very early stages. He said, you guys would be perfect. So next thing, I'm sitting at a meeting with Aronofsky, Nikolai, Johnny Valiant, the late Tiger Khan. These guys are all gone now. It's hard to believe. And, we just clicked. The next thing you know, I was offered the position as associate producer, which is basically the wrestling guy, not the money guy. That's the executive producer.
Yeah.
And I did 5 or 6 casting calls. I brought in Ron Killings, all the ROH guys, Necro Butcher, and the rest is kind of history.
It was a classic film. I mean, Academy nominated film, and that's got to be something that you were associate producer on a film that was nominated, that had nominations attached to it.
I'll tell you a funniest story. I'm on set one day, and Aronofsky gets this smirk, and he goes, "Come here, Evan." And next thing you know, I'm acting in the movie in that tragic autograph scene. So Mickey Rourke whispers in my ear. He goes, "Just improv it." He thinks I'm an actor. I never acted in my life. So I approach him, and I just say what I would say to like any childhood wrestling hero. I loved you as a kid. I saw you at the Garden. So he goes, "What's your name?" And I think for a second, and I'm improvising, and I go, "Evan." And it dawns on me, I'm playing myself in a fictional movie. How surreal this is. Utterly surreal. And so we're sitting at the New York Film Festival, Lincoln Center, 2,300 people, sold out, $40 a ticket. And the movie ends, and there's this spontaneous standing ovation. And I'm like, this is the best night of my life. It was moving. It was moving. And when Mickey Rourke goes, "I'm just a broken down piece of meat," that's iconic. That's like Brando and On the Waterfront.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So 100 years from now, after I'm gone, they'll be watching that movie.
I love that movie.
Very proud of it.
I saw it in the theater, and it moved me. I was, I own it. I absolutely love that film, and I thank you for being a part of it.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. We're very proud of it, and I think it stood the test of time. I mean, Jim Cornette didn't like it, and ironically, I love Jim Cornette because he thought it was too dark.
Evan, does he like anything? I mean, come on.
I mean, but basically, I could tell you guys horror stories from here to tomorrow. I know guys that sold out Madison Square Garden that ended up pushing a broom. I mean, the movie rings true. I took Aronofsky to indie shows every weekend for 6 months. What we saw was real.
I was at the Ring of Honor show. Did you guys come to the one in Chicago? There was one in Chicago.
We were shooting. Everything was in Jersey and Pennsylvania.
Somebody came to a Chicago show to scout something. I don't know if it was you guys, part of the crew. Somebody was on set or at the show, just scoping it out and everything.
That's possible. Yeah. What happened was there were 4 or 5 scripts along the way, and
the Nicolas Cage version too, right? There was a Cage.
What's
version.
that?
There was Nicolas Cage was involved in there too at one point.
We could not get the funding that we wanted with Mickey because at the time he wasn't as big box office as Nicolas Cage. So Aronofsky's like, we're going to go meet Nicolas Cage. So where did we meet him? In the parking lot underneath the Hammerstein where ROH was performing that night.
Oh, wow.
So,
no kidding.
So he's like, Evan, you're the point man. Get him in quick without the paparazzi or whatnot. So I'm marking out for like 30 seconds, and I'm like, it's just a regular guy like anybody else, and a really nice guy, Nicolas Cage. So he's backstage, and he's taking pictures with all the ROH guys, Nigel McGuinness and Brian Danielson, now Daniel Bryan, etc., so on. And, he says to me, Nicolas Cage, he goes, "Is this real?" He didn't even know what he was watching. He thought it was like UFC, because, they're stiff in ROH. So, it was. But what happened was Aronofsky says to me, he goes, Nicolas Cage at the time was maybe 44, 45 years old. The guy was in good shape. And he goes, Mickey's the right guy. Mickey looked beaten down. Mickey looked like he'd been to hell and back.
And with his career, with his acting career, even he went through hell and back, basically.
Yes. So, and Mickey couldn't be any nicer either. I mean, the nicest guy you ever want to meet, like a tortured artist, but a super nice guy. So, it was a great experience. And when the smoke cleared, we're at the wrap party, and Aronofsky's making this little speech. Am I allowed to curse on your show?
Oh, sure. Yeah.
Absolutely. Curse away.
So Aronofsky goes, quote, he goes, "I don't know what the fuck we have, but we have something." That's exactly what he said. It's exactly what he said.
Sometimes that's all you need to say, really.
Yeah.
That's
So
great.
that's the wrestler.
Nice. Yeah. Tell us a little more about 350 Days.
Back to that, yeah. Good
so,
thing.
So what happened was, I was getting various wrestling-related offers because of the wrestler, and I just said to myself, "You're not going to top the wrestler." So I was turning down projects, and then 350 Days came along, and I'm talking to these guys. Ironically, the executive producer's name is also Darren Antola, and I just saw their heart was in the right place. They really wanted to capture it like Aronofsky did and really tell, what these guys went through. They were huge 80s wrestling fans. Like they grew up on Morocco and Snuka and Hogan, that era. And
it's a great era.
Yeah, so they just loved wrestling, but they also saw from the local Jersey indies that it was not that glamorous. They saw what Aronofsky saw. And, when we talked to these guys about injuries and, bad payoffs, etc., so on, these guys were talking to us like they were in a psychiatrist chair. Like they were really pouring their hearts out,
It's a tough life, and I don't think a lot of people understand it. And I think that a lot of watching your film to give a lot of people that insight on what it really is, what really goes on. They might think they know what goes on backstage, but this is what really happens.
What people don't understand, the fans will say things like, "These guys all," whenever you use the word all, you're wrong to begin with. "These guys all blew fortunes on wine, women, and song." And I'm like, you have no clue. A lot of these guys never broke $100,000 headlining arenas, late 70s, early 80s. Decent money hit mid 80s. And today the top guys are making big money, but you guys cover Impact. Trust me, guys, a lot of the WWE guys, a lot of the Impact guys, a lot of the ROH guys, they're not making huge money. There are New York City school teachers making more money. That's the reality of the business.
Yeah.
And without health insurance, without 401ks, without pensions, obviously. And what happens, when your body gives out? The wrestlers call it a bump card. They only have so many bumps. And eventually the hip goes, the knee goes, something goes. And,
Sure.
And next thing you know, they're doing a GoFundMe or hawking T-shirts to pay for a surgery. And it really is I don't mean to paint a grim picture. There are guys that end well, but a lot do not.
That harsh reality, he really just painting that picture and presenting it in its just rawest, grittiest form. But At the same time, there is still a good, like, compelling feeling from the story, but it's, again, filled with that harsh reality.
Oh, yeah. I mean, I don't want to paint it all grim. These guys will tell you, like Lanny Poffo's in the movie, he said, I saw the world on somebody else's dime. I've been to basically every country in the world, and the wrestling promoters paid for it. And, you know, the experiences and the camaraderie and, you know, Bret Hart has a quote in the movie. He says, you really get to know people like doing cocaine with them, you know?
Yeah, right?
So not that he was endorsing it. He was just stating a fact, you know?
Oh, yeah.
You know? So it's an interesting business.
We'll find it, Evan.
What's
where
that?
Can they get where can they find the movie?
iTunes,
But you were talking
I'm sorry,
about
there's
for
a little bit of a
Trent.
delay, but yeah.
What's that?
I thought Trent was asking you whether they can find the cocaine. I was like, sheesh, Trent.
Oh.
What are we doing that for?
I thought he said, where could you find the movie?
Give me a break. Give me a break. Give me a break.
Brett the Sniff Man Hart? Is that what you're... I didn't even think he was that kind of guy.
No, I'm not saying that. Kyle, behave yourself.
It's jokes.
Kyle. We have a
Jokes.
guest in the house. Here.
It's Evan's full of jokes. I read his book. This guy's full of it, man. It's hysterical.
Thank you.
But Evan, tell people where can they stream it, where can they buy it, where can they, we already had a listener in the chat over here, already just bought it on Vudu. So
wow, that's great. Basically, it's worldwide. It's every major cable system. You can buy it on DVD, Blu-ray, 350daysthemovie.com for more information. It's not hard to find. You can watch it free on Amazon Prime. You can watch it free on Tubi. Etc. So on. I mean, just Google it. It's everywhere. We have a Facebook page with more information.
I highly recommend everybody. I saw it in the one-day theater release, and I fell in love with it. I love it. I work in independent pro wrestling in Chicago here too, so I had a little more insight to it. Kind of knowing some of that story and what some of these guys are saying, it really hits you when you watch it. You don't even have to work in the business to have it affect you.
My radio mentor, Fred Giabold, was out of the Wisconsin AWA area, much like Chicago back in the day.
Yeah.
And he refers to pro wrestling as the proletarian performance art, theater for the people, good versus evil. Just like if you were watching a Shakespearean play 500 years ago. And, wrestling, when done right, and I'm a fan of Impact. When wrestling's done right, I mean, it's a beautiful art. Unfortunately, guys like McMahon often turn it into a circus.
Yeah.
But, 3 hours.
Different strokes for different folks, Evan. We like a train wreck circus here on this show. We talked about Vince Russo. We talked with Vince Russo last week about that. But different strokes for different folks, right? Variety for everybody.
Vince Russo actually was very complimentary of 350 Days. And the one time I met him, he was a great guy. I mean, a lot of the fans have him, but my experiences with him were nothing but positive.
He's great. We had him on the show last week. He was great.
Yeah.
So, Evan, listen, we want to thank you for jumping on. We definitely want to encourage everyone to check it out, stream it, buy it. Evan, any bonus features on the Blu-ray? I'd love to pick it up if there's bonus features too.
No, not right now. We basically put it out as is, but you never know down the road. But
you got 90 hours of stuff.
I would want to hear your commentary over it, the alternate director's commentary. I think that would be awesome.
Well, I wasn't the director, but I basically served the same function as in The Wrestler, as associate producer. But the director, Fulvio Cesare, interestingly enough, was not a wrestling guy either. So, our goal was to make a movie. There's a million shoot interviews. You point a camera at a guy's head for 2 hours in a dark hotel room. That wasn't what we were shooting for. So we wanted to make a movie that would move people. And Billy Graham talks about he was about to die, literally die, and he got a transplant from a young girl that got killed in a car wreck.
Yeah,
it's very moving. It's not just, you want to know something, it's funny. If you look on Amazon, the reviews are 90% rave reviews. The people that did not quite get it, where like it went over their head, they were like the shoot interview guys. I knew some of this information from my shoot interviews. Like they just didn't get it. The point was for the movie to touch people and move people. And we think it accomplished it, much like The Wrestler. If you watch The Wrestler, there's maybe 13 minutes of actual wrestling in it. Mm-hmm. Much like Rocky, there's only 12 or 13 minutes of actual boxing in it. That wasn't the point. The point is to really touch people and create something that'll last. Absolutely. And we hope we accomplish that.
I'm sure. I think so. Jay over here, right above you in the box above you, he did watch it today, right, Jaybone?
Yeah, I just watched it again today. I loved it. Do you have any personal stories that you want to share, like that are attached to the movie in the making of it that you can share?
Sure. Nikolai Volkov was a dear friend. He's in the movie, and
rest in peace. Yeah.
Yeah, he called me from the hospital. He said, "Evan, I'm getting out. I feel much better." And a few days later, he was dead. And it was just devastating. And the reason why, he was a health nut. And I say that in a positive way. He everything was natural, organic. I thought this guy was going to live to 100. And he was gone at 71. And it was really quite painful, A dear friend.
He was
the
nicest
nicest guy going. What's that?
He was wrestling right up until the end there. I mean, not 5-star matches, but the fact that he was still on the road making shows, it's crazy.
Oh, Greg Valentine's in the movie. He's still wrestling. He's in his 70s.
Yeah.
I mean, this is the point that people don't seem to get. They're doing this because, one, they enjoy the camaraderie and they enjoy the fans, but two, they still need to do it because guys like McMahon didn't take care of them.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So that's why they're out there still. And you shouldn't need to be wrestling in your 50s, 60s, and 70s.
Yeah,
it's true.
And
nobody needs that abuse at that age, really, on their body. Absolutely not.
I've had wrestlers tell me, "Evan, I am always in pain." Quote, always. And people don't really grasp this. So when you have a mile-long, list of guys who died before their time because of pain pill addictions, this is part of the issue. Every sport has an off season, and most sports have padding. So these wrestlers need a break. They need a break, and they need to heal. And it's very tough, physically, emotionally, and I hope the fans appreciate it, because if WWE is presenting them as cartoon characters, I don't think people would ever think this guy's always in pain every minute of every day.
True, man. It's a very, very tough business. No question about it. And I commend the guys who have done it and who continue to do it. Even the young guys, the old and young. It's not easy on anybody's body. And what they go through is.
I'm older than you guys. When I see an Abdullah the Butcher in a wheelchair, when I saw Harley Race in a wheelchair, it just breaks your heart. It's really like I would see Harley Race come into Madison Square Garden defending the NWA title versus Backlund, title versus Dusty Rhodes for the NWA title. And the guy was a giant. I mean, magnificent. And then you see him in a wheelchair later. People don't realize the sacrifice.
At one time, they're the strongest men in the world, and then you see him like that. It does break your heart. Absolutely.
Johnny Valiant used to say to me, when they were in the ring, they were 10 feet tall, especially if you're a kid or a teenager. They're 10 feet tall. And these are your heroes. Your heroes. And, take care of them. They shouldn't need to hawk a T-shirt or do a GoFundMe, at the end. have some dignity at the end.
Yeah,
and
no doubt.
I'm not blaming them. I'm blaming the promoters.
Yeah.
Plural, not just McMahon. Plural.
There you go. Well, on that note, everybody, Evan, once again, tell people where they can find the film and if they want to connect with you as well.
Sure. I'm on Facebook. I also have Evan Ginsberg's Old School Wrestling Memories on Facebook. I host a radio show, Wrestling and Everything Coast to Coast, with Buddy Sotelo, who's a California-based indie heel manager, good talker. So we do like 1 hour interviews with interesting people in the business.
Nice.
And 350 days, like I said, Amazon, Vudu, iTunes, all major cable systems, 350daysthemovie.com. And I thank you guys. I thank you guys for having me on and for supporting the film. Really appreciate it. Thank
Absolutely.
you so
I love the film. And I'm glad we can expose it to the Impact Wrestling fans too. It's another audience for you to check it out. So I hope you guys definitely do check it out. Connect with Evan. He's on Twitter. His Twitter handle will be in the description below the video. So definitely connect with him. Evan, I assume you'll answer questions. People have questions about the film and everything. They can reach out.
Yeah, sure. No problem.
Very nice.
Appreciate
it. Thank you very much. Evan Ginsberg, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for being here. We appreciate it.
It. Thank you.
Have a good night.
You too. You too. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Take care.
All right. Evan Ginsberg, thank you very much for being here. That was nice. You guys got to watch the movie. Alicia, have you not seen it yet?
I haven't seen it yet.
Highly recommend it. Highly recommend it. It's a great film. Definitely say you guys check that one out. Kyle, you have to check that out too. It's good stuff, man. Good stuff. All right.
The bone with the finger wars,
The finger wars of the bone.
There's things that go on behind the scenes. Continue.
Oh, on the control board? Yeah. All right, everybody. Let's jump into it. Impact Wrestling, June 16th, 2020. This was a very all over the place kind of. There was a lot going on in this episode. Some things you might agree with.
Wild.
This was wild. We were talking about it on the watch along on Twitch. Some things you might like, some things you might not like. Let's get into them. We opened up with what I thought was going to be the main event. I thought it was going to be the tag team title main event tonight.
Yeah.
For some reason, I was assuming this was the main tonight. The North taking on the Rascalz. This is the Rascalz getting a title shot. They've earned it. This is where I really thought this was it, guys. Am I crazy, Alicia, that this was going to be it? I really went into this thinking this was it.
Yeah, I thought this was going to be it too. Unfortunately, it didn't end up that way.
We opened it up, though, with the Rascalz warming up in the back, and then Trey kind of was sketchy, though. Trey was like, yeah, good luck, guys. Go kill it out there. Like, it just seems so sketch. Jay, what the hell? What's going on with Trey Miguel? I need to know what's up. You've had your sketchy past. Jay, I figure one sketchy guy knows another. What the hell was he talking about?
Oh, that's all on my past. I'm an angel now. I unfortunately missed half of like the first match because I had technical issues. Thank you for everyone.
Jiminy Christmas.
Exactly. Jiminy Christmas. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone who came back because took me a while to get the watch along going. So I appreciate that for the patience on everyone. But yeah, I don't know what's going on. There's something creepy going on. I don't know what's the Rascalz are getting shook up. I don't know. Something's happening to them.
It was kind of scummy. I figured Kyle. I mean, he's a little slimy. I'm not gonna say if Trey's fully scumbagged yet, but he's what a scumbag. Exactly. I mean, Kyle, actually, before we get into that, can you show everybody this haircut you are rocking now? Can you show us off?
Look at your haircut, Trent.
Let's talk about this for a second.
You look like you've been locked in a cave for 200 years. All right?
I have been. I haven't dyed my hair. Look at this, everybody. Look at this.
You know.
What did you go to? Would you go to Supercuts?
What's that?
You go to Supercuts and give him a picture of Ace Austin and said, "Make me look like this." Is that what happened? How does this work?
Why are you kicking me in the balls, Trent? You look like a grizzly bear.
You know, I'm still not very happy with you about this intro situation. I've been asking you to work on it for 14 straight days. You come back looking like Ace Austin. I still got a shoddy intro that's not cutting it. You know, we had Vince Russo on last week. We upped the game of this podcast, and this is what you deliver me this week, Kyle.
Why don't you do something, Trent? Huh? You want to have this on air?
I'm the talent, Kyle. That's strictly what I do. Is what I anchor this show.
That's it.
And, you know,
and you see how you get all the credit in the comments. Like, I can't wait to see what Trent does next, motherfucker.
I don't get any credit in the comments. I get none of the comments. It's all scumbag this. Oh, Alicia, you're so wonderful. Oh, thanks for gracing these idiots with your presence. Jaybone, what's this?
A little bit of popularity.
Lollipops.
You get a little bit of popularity, and the egos start clashing. How are we going to make it anywhere?
I don't know. It's a rocket ship. It's going in a circle, man.
I'm going solo. I'm the KL show. You bums are out on the street.
Guys,
she'll come with me. She very well could say
here's
no.
Assuming.
All right, rein it in, fellas.
There's a scumbag. I thought this was gonna be it. How?
This is a bunch of crap.
In the world?
This shit sucks.
Where did this one come from? Where the hell did that come from?
The bite board, Trent. You remember how I'd have the bite board, and sometimes the audio just wouldn't be working, and it would sound horrible. Sometimes I'd click one, and you wouldn't even know you wouldn't be able to hear it. So I figured we got to do things internally now. All the sound bites, I threw out that old bite board with the shattered. It was an iTouch with the shattered screen. I was cutting my finger up, so I figured we could fix the audio, throw out the dirty bite board, and we're doing it all on hashtag the yard. That's what the kids call StreamYard. Hashtag the yard.
Oh, good for you.
Oh,
beautiful.
La
Beautiful.
güera loca.
Great match, though. This is a fantastic. What in the world is happening? This is a great match, though. I really
here. We don't do anything on task. Nothing's on track. Just off the rails.
And we're off the rails. But I don't know, guys. I'm a little weirded out by this. The North not getting the win here. I mean, I'm sorry, the Rascalz not getting the win. The North retaining. I don't know, man. This was a clean win for the North. I don't know what the hell to make of it, though. Like, where do the Rascalz even go now? I don't know where the Rascalz even go from here. Alicia, where can they go? You lost a tag title shot. Trey's pissed off. Zach looks like a heel. What the hell do we do now with these guys?
I don't know. I don't. Yeah, but I think eventually we can get them back there. But obviously, their story is leading them in other directions. They're setting up a lot of things. Strange things are afoot at Impact Wrestling.
I just wanted to have the Rascalz have one tag title ring just because Zach loves working for Impact so much. Like, he grew up watching TNA, and I just want him to go home with a belt and be like, look what I got! Holy fuck! Just have him freak out over having a belt. Yeah. Because he would. He would.
This, if you know, we're timing this out. We're like a month, give or take a day or two. We're a month out from the pay-per-view. So today would have been perfect with a month out for, okay, Rascalz are tag champs. Now you've got a month to build up something else or a rematch or throw a couple other teams in there or tease other new teams. We got plenty of time. We're on several slow burns here across the show, different storylines afoot. So yeah, it would have made sense, but it didn't happen. So now the question is, who is finally going to be the challenge for the North that's going to take the belts off of them? And I don't mean that in a negative way towards the North. They are going to go down in history as one of the top teams in this company's history.
Absolutely.
Does it take outsiders to come in and shake things up and get the belts off of them? Do we have to have some kind of ultimate tag team X match, hang the belts up and get like 5 tag teams, just absolute chaos, or what's it going to take?
Sign me up.
I wouldn't mind some chaos.
Alicia's in.
I'm in for that. So this is funny. The funniest segment though, the North come back. They come backstage through the curtain. Nobody's there. And Ethan Page cannot get over the fact that nobody's watching the champions match. Like, what the hell is this? Why? Nobody wants to watch us. We're the champions. We're the greatest goddamn tag team in this company. Nobody wants to see anything. What the fuck? He's like freaking out. And you see a guy at the board. You see a guy, a figure. And there's one guy. And I'm like, they're going to address this guy eventually. And they get a camera shot on the guy, and he's like, "Why is anybody watching?" And they go to this guy, and he goes, "I was watching. That was Basil. It was Basil."
I have seen that penis.
I text him. I go, "You son of a bitch! You didn't tell me." He's like, "You know how hard it was to keep that a secret from you." Jay, how awesome!
That was great.
Your son, Trent. Your son, Basil, little Basil boy. Your favorite son.
The kid stole my dream. He's now forever a part of Impact TV, and I have not been. That's terrible. I'm not gonna let him live that down. But it was great.
Good for him. For real good for him.
Oh, good for you.
He was he was like it was like, what the hell? Where did he come from? So I thought it was funny, but I love when he's like, I was watching. The page like, oh, screw, like this guy matters, and they were about to like go at him or something. Awesome little moment for Basil. Happy that he got his TV moment though. That's pretty cool.
Trent called Basil fun because he shines like one. Huh? I'm here all weekend, folks. I'm here all weekend.
All weekend.
I like Heineken.
We go to the back. We go to the back, and Trey's laid out now. Here's where it gets crazy. Trey's laid out. There's security around him. Zach and Dez come up. They're like, what happened? What the hell? Holy shit. And then they accuse Reno Scum of doing this. But so Trey's now here's the twist now. So now we know it wasn't Zach. Who the hell laid out Trey? Alicia, who laid out Trey Miguel at this point? We've eliminated Zach. Now Zach's officially a good guy. Zach's okay. We were skeptical.
Zach's good. He's been eliminated from the bunch. I don't really know because at this point my guess is completely out the window.
Who did you have?
You know, I got offended when Evan Ginsberg was talking about hocking shirts. I got offended. He said it was a bad thing. I'm hocking shirts right now. Continue. I'm just hocking.
Yeah, keep going. Yeah, look at that.
I have a shirt.
ProWrestlingTees.com/
support the cause.
Hey, show yours.
Link is at the bottom.
Oh, yeah. All right. Let me jump back up there. Hey,
Alicia's got the throwback shirt on. Very nice.
There we go. Trent's got that ugly affliction looking T-shirt on. 2008, looking like he beat down DJ Paulie D and took his shirt.
Kyle hates the when Impact did the affliction line.
Hate.
And he's like, I hate, and I own like 4 of them. That's because I was buying TNA shirts.
I'd rather have the AJ Styles protein shirt. You know, the protein.
Oh, that's
it's white protein powder is what it is. You know, like protein shakes. I'd rather have that shirt. That ugly Jersey Shore looking shirt. I'm a New York guy. Even I hate bro.
This one's weird. It's got like a gargoyle on. Look at this. It's got a gargoyle on.
It just look like a broski. Like if you walked in wearing that, I wouldn't want to talk to you. And I love TNA.
It's like the Ed Hardy.
That's the retro line I hope they never bring back.
I just don't know why these shirts, like why, I mean, I don't know, a gargoyle, I don't know. I still bought it. What the hell? Who's the mark? I still bought the damn shirt. But
it's bad.
So Zach's eliminated from the game of Clue here, Impact Clue. But we go to the bag and Jimmy Jacobs trying to get a word with Ace Austin. And I love how Ace is like, well, you got an appointment with me? You want an autograph or something, Jimmy? It's crazy to me that Jimmy Jacobs in Impact is like looked at like they treat him like you know, obviously the heels treat him like a bum. And I'm like, damn, dude, that's Jimmy Jacobs, man. Like he's done everything. But at Impact, he's like, I look like a douche. Whoops, he said I look like a douche. What the hell is this?
You always look like a douche because you are a douche.
Thank you. You know, you do it one time. You take one photo 22 years ago, and it never leaves.
Haunts you for the rest of your life.
Never. I don't know how the hell Kyle got it. You were just a toddler when I took that photo. That's a fucking scary thing to say. That's an extremely scary thing to say right now. Jesus Christ. I just love they dog Jimmy. It's just like funny to me that they dog Jimmy so much. But like Ace is just like not having it. And he says he doesn't want to be interviewed, especially if it has to do with Trey. I got no interest in talking about Trey. But Eddie Edwards runs in and with security holding him back. And he's like, he knows it's Ace. I know it's you. And they get a match set up for later on that night. What confused me here is when the hell did Eddie and Trey get so close? That's what I can't figure out. Alicia, did I miss something?
Yeah,
here?
when did Eddie go to the treehouse? I missed that.
You never wrote that. Jaybone, you're the detail guy. Yeah, Jaybone, detail guy here. Did I miss Eddie going to the treehouse?
Sleeping? Was Jaybone just taking a nap? I looked in his eyes.
Fell asleep.
No, I was looking down at my notes because I was, I'm listening to you guys. I'm reading my notes. No, I don't know what the connection is here between Trey and Eddie. It's just weird, but I think I honestly don't think there is one.
No,
it was just they had to do something.
Simple.
They had to do something to, preface the main events. So it's like, Edward is back, from quarantine, and it's like, hey, why not spark up something classic that was beautiful? So, Jaybone was not in the treehouse. No,
you said spark something up, Jay. I heard you. I heard you loud and clear.
Jiminy Christmas.
I felt it was a little loose, guys. Eddie Edwards has never been in the treehouse. So where the hell did all of a sudden he's like fighting for Trey? I'm like, the hell is this?
Yeah,
so I don't know.
Random.
I trust this writing team enough to know that they'll probably fill in that plot hole somewhere. There's probably more to it. We're just not getting it yet because we can't be the only people thinking
storytelling.
It was a little strange. Huh?
Storytelling, Trent. Storytelling. Give them
storytelling. Long-term storytelling is what it is.
Yeah.
I gotta trust him. I gotta trust him.
We said we wanted chaos, and that's what we're getting. We're scratching our heads. We don't know what's going on. We want answers.
I'll give it to him. I trust this team a lot to know that they try to cover all the bases. So I'm not gonna give them a hard time on that. I'm not gonna dog them on that. I just put it this way: you got us thinking about it. You got us questioning what the connection is between those two. So if that's the case, let's see where it goes. But we'll find out.
Lollipops, man. Enough of the lollipops. I'm waiting for a news report where it's like lollipops recalled because they have arsenic in them or something. Then it's like
Jesus.
Yeah, that's right.
Jesus.
One last.
Wisconsin's got
me here on the show, bitch.
Jaybone, are you feeling okay?
That was rough.
Jaybone, you feeling all right, man? You feeling okay?
Trent, I like the word flu.
You're making a grown man cry over here. Don't take away my damn lollipops.
Kyle, you're pretty harsh on Jaybone, dude. I mean, like he's like twice your age here, man.
My dad, what am I going to be nice to him? No, that's not fun.
What a scumbag.
Total scumbag.
What a scumbag!
These
that Don's got the red tint. I like
the injection of these new bits you got here, Kyle. These are nice.
Well,
these drops are pretty good.
That's what I'm saying. I might keep being a schlep. I'm not going to say louse because Vinny Roos says louse. I'm going to say schlep. That's my word. I'm not going to be a schlep train. Total schlep. I keep forgetting Bravo, but at least I brought something. You contributed something.
I was gonna say you're a total schlep. I mean, you still forget Bravo, but what the hell? Who am I to question?
Keep eating pasta, Trent. Keep eating that pasta.
Fat asses.
Yeah, well,
Fat asses.
You really are an asshole, Kyle. I gotta say.
I'm here for a good time.
Not a long time, but a good time. All right. We got knockouts action coming up, guys. Kimber versus Nevaeh. Nevaeh making her debut as an Impact knockout in the ring. Official in-ring debut. Now, for those who don't know, Alicia, you want to give a little background? Nevaeh and Jess Havok. What's their background? Just so anybody doesn't know how far that relationship goes back.
They've been tag teaming as the Killer Death Machines for a number of years now. And killing it in all their matches. They work very well together.
They've held the Shimmer tag team titles, I believe, is one of the belts they've held. And teamed all over Ohio, Rockstar, Revolver. These two have been around for a bit. So she's definitely, Nevaeh is a very experienced wrestler. So she's not, for those who think this is her first time in a ring.
This ain't her first rodeo by any means. She's been killing it for over a decade.
Now here's what's interesting, Jay. Jay watches the other products. So I'm gonna just give him this little. I'm not asking you to talk about him, Jaybone. I'm just saying. I'm making a comparison point here. We actually Impact, who was not having anybody in the audience like other roster. We get a little something in this one though. Tasha and Kira come out and hang out in the.
I love that
in the audience. and start mocking. Talk about it, Jay. Talk about it.
Snatch a bitch.
Talk about it, Jaybone.
Snatch a bitch was in the audience. Yeah. So Tasha Steelz and Kiera Hogan roll up. They got the chairs there. They got their drinks there. They're just they got the little popcorn, container going on. Man, they are just ready. They are just fanning it up at ringside. Like, hey, don't mind us. We're just watching you guys. And it was great. And they kept panning over to them every once in a while. And they had signs too. I can't forget the signs. Yeah, they had I can't remember what the hell the sign said. It just said raggedy something cutting on the girls. It was hilarious.
No, listen, it was a good match. It was well, actually, I didn't tell who it was against. So it was Nevaeh taking on Kimber. I should have mentioned that. But both two relatively new knockouts. I know, Alicia, you're a big fan of Kimber though. You like Kimber. Have they fought before? Do you know if they've had a match before? I can't recall if these two have ever locked up anywhere, Shimmer or Rise or anything like that.
Yes, they have. I'm sorry. It's like you watch so many matches over time, they all kind of blur together. But yes, they have had a couple of matches in the past, I believe.
Definitely. That Ohio crew, I think, is locked up. Like everybody's wrestled each other, including the guys and the girls.
Yeah, exactly.
But this was good though, guys. I mean, one thing about Kimber, if you give her the right opponent who knows how to work with her, I've seen it. At AEW and stuff, you get it for an opponent that she just you'll know the Kimber match within the first couple seconds if she's got that real extra rhythm with them.
She's fantastic.
Fantastic. I'm telling you, when she has the perfect opponent, she's even better. That's what I like about Kimber. There's something about her where nobody has great matches every time. I've seen matches where some people just didn't click with her, but when she gets somebody who's got rhythm with her, she's awesome. This was one of those matches. I think this match for sure had, and again, it goes back to how much these two have worked each other, experience they got. This was great, but Nevaeh does get the win on this one. Gets with DDT, wins her debut. So big win for Nevaeh, but that wasn't it. Alicia, you want to talk about what happened after this? You want to just mention real quick where all this went after they were trying to leave the ring?
Did I somehow miss it? I must have been out of the room. I must have missed it. Oh my god!
You missed. How did you miss this? This was one of the best parts of the show. Well, Jaybone can talk about this segment. I'm going to leave it to Jaybone to talk about a knockout segment. But Jay, we're going to talk. I'm going to Jay talk about it because we actually played off of something that happened here. A certain food that was used. We actually played off of it on the live chat. So Jay, go ahead and tell the people. Talk about what happened when they tried leaving the ring. Wait, Tasha and Kira were out there for a reason, Jay.
Oh yeah, and they're poking, they're poking the bear, and they're as they're walking past, they got their popcorn and they're chucking the popcorn at Nevaeh and Havok, and Nevaeh is actually holding back Havok. Havok's got a very short fuse. If you guys haven't figured this out yet in the almost year that she's been back with Impact Wrestling, yeah, her fuse is pretty damn short. But, so it's a good thing that Nevaeh was there. They work well together. There's an absolute chemistry there, as we can see. But yeah, they they were just about to jump the rail and snatch a bitch.
Snatch a bitch. They were throwing popcorn. So we asked a question on the watch along. I'll ask you guys and Alicia and Kyle and everybody in this chat. Now there's more people in here. Popcorn at the theater. No butter, regular butter, or extra butter? Alicia?
Extra butter.
Extra butter. Kyle, you son of a bitch.
Bro, is that even a question? Look,
I'm asking you.
Dude, you know what I am to junk food. I'm the guy, you don't want to share popcorn with me because I'm pumping it. I'm pumping that butter. I'm taking the salt. I'm putting all the salt on it. You can't even taste the popcorn. It's like there's more butter and salt than there is actual popcorn kernels in there.
You ever go to a theater that's got the flavored powder? Like the flavored powder at the popcorn stand, like the sour cream and onion, or like the cheese.
Is that some Chicago thing? Heard of that?
No, there's like AMC theaters have like the flavored.
No. I know what you're talking about, and I say pass.
Pass. Oh,
Trent,
well.
the thing about me in movie theater.
Garbage.
Make clear. I got to make clear about this, Trent. I don't go to the big theater. You know, I go to, there's like 2 local mom and pops theaters. There's only two actual theater rooms in there. The floor is sticky. That's my spot. I don't do the big 3D motions. I don't do that, man. I'm not paying $30 to see a movie. I support the mom and pops. That's what I do.
Nice. You know, you're not such a piece of shit after all. I guess.
So Kyle, you always
cheaper, Trent. It's like $6 a ticket. I'm not paying $30.
So Kyle, you always go back to the same sticky spot, is what you're saying.
Oh yeah, I grew up going to the theater. Took on my first date.
Not one of those old porn theaters, is it?
I'm not falling for that.
You see what happened to Pee-wee, right?
I didn't even have to say it. I think Alicia just nailed it right on the head. You're busted, Kyle. You're nasty.
You know what happened to Pee Wee Herman in those theaters, right, Kyle? Just asking.
What's going on
here? The North are backstage after this. They're walking up and they see like a big security. Damn, it feels good to be a gangster. How do you walk around like that, Kyle? How do you walk around like that?
Like what? Like that in the picture?
Yeah.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
What do you
want to cry in that picture?
Trent, I was on the block here in my nice neighborhood, listening to too much rap music. Apparently,
you thought you were so fucking cool.
No, I got beat up a bunch of times.
Looking like Mac Miller and shit. Just
I like Mac. Leave Mac alone.
Here's my version.
Yeah, Jaybone, the nice guy from the Midwest.
Enjoy that arsenic, Jaybone. COVID in those lollipops.
Okay, why was Reno Scum? So the North comes up on these guys watching. They're like watching an iPad, and like they're like, oh, what are you guys watching? Like they asked if they're watching the North's greatest hits or like watching their match. They're watching the North's like our last match. And they're like, no, we're watching Ken Shamrock's greatest hits on Impact Plus. Like, first off, it's a bunch of security people. Like, why is Reno Scum hanging out with them? Like, I was like, why? What is that all about? But then like Ethan Page, who's throwing a major tantrum on these shows today, takes the iPad and he's like, oh, you know what I think of this? This is bullshit. You know, we're the champions, and he smashes the goddamn iPad. The guy even picks it up. That was not cool. That's a $600 machine. Jaybone, I'm sure you've bullied a few people in your past during your shit days. You ever smash a kid's iPad, or in your case would have been a Walkman, I guess?
No, see,
mid 80s.
I feel like the book era is starting to go away. All these kids are running around with their own little Chromebooks. See, when I was in school, the books were this thick.
When you were in school like this?
Jiminy Christmas. That's exactly it. Yeah, yeah. And there was
like that guy in every '80s movie that just like can't get laid. He can't, you know.
Jiminy Christmas.
Hanging out with the nerds, you know.
Jiminy Christmas. It took me a while, yeah, but no. See, what I used to do is it's like, you know, there's the freshman nerds. You know, it's like I got picked on, so now I gotta like see what it feels like to pick on some kids. And you know, you whack some kid in the back of the head with a book this thick, man. It just, you know, damn, it feels good to be a sophomore. You know, I don't know. Jiminy Christmas.
But anyway, I didn't think it was cool that they smashed the damn iPad though. I can't
smash my iPad, the byte board. It was smashed already, but I got rid of that. There's a current theme here on getting rid of iPads. I don't know.
Did you throw your iPad away, Kyle? What happened to the iPad?
I didn't throw it out, but it was dangerous. You've seen it. I showed you guys like when we weren't on air once. It was the glass was shattered. It was dangerous. It was shocking me. It was stabbing me. It was bad.
Dude, I couldn't believe you were using that thing. Like it literally was all like torn the hell up. I'm like, how did
sometimes I would click them and they would like play twice. The wrong one would go off because the screen was shattered. Like some sections of it didn't even work. It was just dangerous.
You need to get that professional machine that the Russo's telling you about.
No, I like this. I like this, Trent. I like doing it just like this.
Hey, Vince Russo, how you doing?
What a scumbag.
You know?
I like it.
With the voice crack, man. There's nothing better than that voice crack.
My favorite one we have is reflective of my favorite person that I've ever met in my life. We love you, Bill. We love you.
We love Bill. Hey, listen, Bill I just booked it. He's gonna be on Throwback next week with Jaybone and I on Throwback Show for episode number 30.
The hell is that shit, Trent?
Awesome.
Why do you say it like that with just you two? Leave me. You don't invite him on this show. You try to take him onto your own little thing.
Let's not.
I love Bill. I love Bill. I made that. Not you.
Let's not act like
was
you.
Out with Bill cruising through the streets of Queens after the Melrose show. Not you.
Let's not act like you're reliable by any means to be on that Throwback show.
If there's a guest, I'm here. If there's a guest, I'm here. If it's just
all right,
you schleps.
Fellas, we've got a review to do.
Yeah.
Wrap it up.
Yeah, I'm gonna
take
a bathroom break. You guys do what you got to do.
She's not wrong.
All right. We got a little video package about Jake Christ joining Cancel Culture and hyping up the match against Crazy Steve. Now, the Crazy Steve vignette that aired, I'm going to talk to Alicia because she's a big Crazy Steve Menagerie Decay fan. Probably the best interview promo vignette he's ever done, I think. And I've never been a huge fan of Steve because I never got this from him. This is the Steve I always wanted. And I loved it. Talk about this for a second, Alicia.
I was just really impressed and blown away. Like, before he went away the first time, they had just taken the opportunity of giving him the microphone and letting him speak. And even then, we didn't get as much. But tonight was that promo. I feel good things coming from the crazy of Steve.
I think, Jay, I know, I think we talked about before too. He was a little, I don't want to say goofier before, but he wasn't as dark. He was kind of like twisted, but now it's like turning into a dark, sinister version of Crazy Steve.
Yeah,
and I like that.
He's not clowning around no more. He's gone off he's kind of like this podcast does a lot of times, is off the rails.
That's the goddamn truth.
And it sounds like he's bringing in some buddies. It sounds like he's bringing in some buddies, and I couldn't think of anyone else to come in.
So kind of an ongoing theme of the show was like people coming in, the free agents, right? I'm bringing this person. I'm going to have a surprise. Who done it? It's like, it's this ongoing incredible theme of like, who the fuck is coming to Impact? Like from what angle, what story are they coming into? Who are they aligning with? I kind of love that uncertain feeling of the show. It's like, we don't really know what's going on. And I like it. I hate knowing, right? Like, Alicia, it's like, I think we know so much. I like when I don't know shit, to be honest.
I like to take great strides to avoid spoilers because the element of surprise is really important with these shows, I feel.
Yeah.
And, lately it just seems like there's a lot of dark undertones and they're introducing people and kind of setting up people who, we can't figure out who's going where. And it's just good. What they're giving us is good. The buildup is just exhilarating.
I think it's great. I'm excited about not knowing anything. Jay, I know we talk about a lot in the watch along too. It's just like we don't know what side we're gonna get hit from with something. And a clue and a hint or something. It's always fun.
Oh yeah. And I tell you what, and I've mentioned this on here before, as far as people coming in or tag teams coming in. I know everyone's talking about EC3 and the Good Brothers and all this stuff. I'm still proud to be the odd man out, and I'm going to say the Ascension would be an absolute perfect fit for Crazy Steve. They're dark. They got some twisted look on their faces with some new face paint or something dark, and it would be absolutely, pardon the pun, glorious for Crazy Steve.
Listen, I don't know. I honestly can't say I've never seen the guy's work. So I don't know. I'm going to take you two's opinion for it because he could use a new Decay type faction. Can't hurt to give Steve a little firepower because I think at this point he's kind of like in a leadership role. Like I think Steve could lead a group now.
Yeah.
Unlike Kyle, who can't fucking lead his own damn shadow into anything proper. But
leave me alone. I have heart. All right, I have heart. That's what Mom always said. I'm handsome and I have heart. All right. She thought I was handsome.
Jaybone can't even handle such an absurd statement.
You almost made me swallow my damn lollipop. Jiminy Christmas.
Jiminy
Christmas. Too bad you didn't.
you lousy bastard. All right, listen. This match upset me. I'm gonna talk about it though. I don't want to skip it, but it really upset me here.
I like it.
Rohit,
to the return.
Rohit Raju.
I like that.
What's that?
This could lead to the return of James Mitchell. I like that.
Oh, I like that too.
Perfect place.
Like holy shit! What if they did a new church? Jay, we were watching TNA throwbacks. What if they redid the fucking new church?
Tis the season, Trent. Tis the season.
Tis the season. Holy shit! This could be awesome.
Mind blown.
But he's dead.
Is he dead? The devil doesn't die. Jay. I don't know. I mean, the devil doesn't die. It's like you can't kill the devil. Jaybone, I mean, if you should know this. Rohit Raju and Rhino. This is okay. Rohit loses. I'm going to put that out there first. Gores him. Rhino gores the shit out of him. He loses. Rohit's frustrated, and they're really playing up like he's throwing tantrums. He's a crybaby. Alicia, where's this one leading now? I don't like that he's losing all the time. That's my problem with this. I don't like seeing my buddy lose all the time.
I don't like seeing it either, especially because we know he's capable of so much more, and to have such a stronger character, and what they're giving me it just feels like a slap in the face. Like, come on, give us what we want, and that's more Rohit.
How
give him the mic too?
Give him the goddamn microphone too. I mean,
Yeah.
For the last a month ago, we were seeing the trajectory. We're like, all right, finally, he's getting promos. He's getting out there. I'm like, all right, this is it. This is it. And the last couple of weeks, I'm like, what happened? What happened?
It's just Impact being a cock tease, per usual.
Per usual. Which is, I mean, look, you got to build it up. You got to build it up.
Oh, look at you coming out. And by the way, I found Alicia's high school picture. She lied. You lied. Alicia, why did you tell us? Wwhy did you tell us that you dropped
high school picture, though.
Shit.
I found it. Look, Trent, I found it.
Wait, what?
You got me. It's me. Start. Wait.
And I'm Beavis.
You are. There we go. There's the glasses.
Perfect.
There's Daria. There's our Daria.
Very nice.
There she is.
Daria. Her Daria is in the house.
She's in the house.
Wonderful.
I like it.
I like that. We need a song. I got disco fever. Jaybone's got Jiminy Christmas.
These things develop.
All right, that's true. All right, listen. I can't see Rohit keep getting beat down like this. This is starting to hurt my feelings. Jaybone, get some comments. What are people saying? I can't be alone on this. Is he Rohit in cancel culture? Jamie Wisner saying that. I don't want to see him in another group though. I don't want to see Rohit in another group.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Not yet. He just got out of one.
Soon.
Way too soon. No groups for Rohit. But damn.
Especially if we can't just be throwing everybody in groups now. Like I said last week, there seems to be this huge surge of groups and tag teams being formed, and it's kind of overwhelming.
It's true. New teams, new group. It's like gang warfare, all over again. Which is a very, very big thing. If you guys remember, as soon as the NWO got popular, I feel like they formed groups every which way you can imagine. And we're starting to get just faction city everywhere. So yeah, definitely no more factions. I don't want to see him in a faction.
Oh, this hurts, Ingrid. This really hurts.
Trent screwed Rohit. Curse confirmed. You know what? This is bullshit.
She called it.
I want to hear about this. So while I was talking to you guys in the watch along and not joining, because I was busy working on the show, something that nobody else here would know about.
Good. I'm glad you do. You got to work on something.
Yeah, I got to
instead of lounging around, being a worthless member of society.
We don't lounge around. We'll never lounge around ever again.
That's right. We're not here to talk nonsense and lounge around.
Okay, don't say that. But you know what? I'm thinking that Jaybone over here, or no, not Jaybone, Trent over here. You started a curse. What is this curse? The TNI curse. That's what people were saying in the chat room. What is this?
Tell me about the curse. What curse?
I want to know. I'm asking you.
Okay, so here's what they're saying. That the second they appear on TNI, they go into a slump on the show.
Like the Madden cover of podcasts?
Yeah, like the Madden cover of podcast.
Oh, no.
Oh my God!
Oh, no, don't say that.
Wait.
Don't ever come on.
Oh no.
So now 350 days is going to get pulled off of all the services in the morning. It's all over.
Cut it off. Cut his mic. Cut everybody's mic at this point. What the hell do I? What good am I at this point? No, listen, Rohit, Hakeem Zayn, Rohit. Listen. Me and him worked together really tightly. I thought I did good by him, and all I knew, and who knew that all the work we were doing together was backfiring and just kicking him in the ass on Impact. And now he's losing. He can't get any damn mic time. The hell's that? What happened? What happened? Can I get a break can Rohit get a break?
That's why Elgin doesn't have the belt yet. He came on our show.
It didn't work for Elgin. You know, shit. John, I haven't heard from John Shane since he appeared on the show. I can't get a call back from Russo now. I don't know what's going on here.
Russo. I love Russo. I don't want to do anything to him.
He's not even calling us back. He tells me yesterday, I'll call you tomorrow, Trent. I haven't heard shit. It's almost midnight. It's almost tomorrow. It's almost the next day.
Don't call me. Tomorrow. I'll call you, huh?
Oh, yeah. That's it. Just came on our show, plugged the brand, got the hell out of town.
Thanks. Thanks, Ingrid. Thanks for being
Ingrid,
producer and putting
she is dogging
She
me.
calls it like she sees it.
She has been dogging me for like a month and a half straight. And this is not, not for nothing here, Ingrid. I mean, I'm going to have to get some reparations out of this, like maybe free tickets to Slammiversary or something.
No, who wouldn't dog you? Who wouldn't dog you?
It's like... I can't blame anybody for dogging me at this point. I brought that on myself.
Back to the
I got Nurse Nicole's in the chat dogging me. My own girlfriend's in the chat dogging me. And
cut his mic.
She calls it like she sees it.
Back to the review.
What? You cut my mic? You cut my mic? How do you do that? How do you cut my mic? Who's gonna anchor this damn?
Back to the review, Trent. Enough of it.
Reel it in.
Scumbag. People just trying to hear a wrestling review, and here you are cracking jokes, making it all about yourself. Come on now. I would never do anything like that.
All right. Can somebody display some comments here? I let these listeners chime in a little bit.
The show's getting out of control again.
Oh, that ugly affliction, sir. Oh, I can't believe it.
Whoopsie. Oh. Everybody, what am I? Everybody's fucking whipping boy over here. Just cut my. Trent's losing it. Brandon Richards saying, "Yeah, I'm losing. I'm off the deep end here, man." All right, now listen. I like this. I'm not a big fan of the Impact Plus moments of the week, guys, but they showed EC3 winning the Impact title off of Kurt Angle from 2015. Little hints all throughout the show, right, Alicia? There was dropping these little.
Back fence. I go straight.
Kyle, you do a terrible turn. I gotta say, you don't do a great job. I was very disappointed in you. I'm gonna have to cut your.
Impact though for Impact fence. I'm going straight alongside my goals.
All right, next week I'm gonna come in very proper. And I'm going to just welcome everybody to the show. And I want to thank them for being here. And on with the review. Be very vanilla. Be very
vanilla,
very calm. Yeah, be very calm.
Mayonnaise.
Very, very NP. We're going to turn this into an NPR podcast.
Vanilla joke because you're as bland as vanilla and you're a fucking joke as far as I'm concerned.
That's right. Well, listen. If that's what you want, that's what you got. We're going to go NPR for Impact Wrestling. I'm like,
this is a bunch of crap. This shit sucks.
Get back to the review. Please get back to the review.
Thank you all for joining us on the Impact Review. We're all going to talk about Ace Austin, young native from Pennsylvania. He's a young man, 23 years old.
Kyle,
is that what you want? Is that what you want? NPR version?
Everybody shut up. There's a Kyle impression. I want to hear this, Trent. Let's hear it. Is it Kyle?
Oh goddamn. Fuck you, Jaybone. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to work hard. I don't know what's happening. Don't screw you, Trent. I don't know. Hey, look at that shirt I got. Hey, you think I'm working out here? Hey, I'm drunk. What's happening?
I dish it out. I don't take it in. Mike cut. Now, please, we're talking like 5 minutes here. Please get back to the review. I'm watching the numbers drop.
Listen, I'm going to tell you something. I had a listener. I'm not going to call him out because there's names attached. We don't attach names. I had somebody just text me right now and said, I am high as fuck and laughing my ass off at all the inside jokes going on in the show right now. There is a text from this said listener saying, I am stoned out of my fucking mind and I can't stop laughing at what you guys are saying right now. So, look, if nobody appreciates it, somebody appreciates it. Jaybone's on the CBD lollipop, so he's chill.
I'm on my fourth one. I'm shocked.
Great. We go back to Elgin on the phone, guys, and he's talking to somebody, the same person from last week, the us Canadians hint that we got last week. And Jimmy Jacobs catches up with him, and he's like, hey, who you talking to? Was it you who attacked Trey? And Elgin's like, nah, I had nothing to do with it. I don't need to attack Trey. If he makes it, he goes, I make it no secret who I attacked. Did you hear ambulances? Did you hear sirens? I didn't attack Trey. I like to let people know who attacked him.
I have asked Trent for money before, not bail, but that has happened. Trent, send me some money. Time's tough.
Hey guys, listen, it's totally cool. If you don't have to, if you don't want to, but that real sheepish thing where people start stuttering when they ask you for money. Listen, it's totally cool. You don't have to, but dude, guys,
I'm fucked if you don't. So
I'm fucked if you dude, $5, just throw it in my PayPal, man.
The overdraft, the StreamYard's coming in.
We're paying the podcast money's coming out, guys. I gotta eat. I'm sorry, I dropped $48 at McDonald's the other day. I didn't think about it, guys. I bought 72 chicken nuggets, and I was like, oh shit, I should be fine until Monday. But if you can get me $5 today, I'm good, Trent. Please, you don't have to though.
All right.
Yeah.
All right, you really exposed your true feelings for me, Trent. I know how you feel.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Sorry. I am sorry. I'm sorry, Trent.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
That hurt.
Oh God!
Get back to the review, please. We're 10 minutes
back to the review.
All right, come on, guys.
All right. Here's where I got confused, guys. Moose was defending the TNA World Title against Hernandez, but how that? Oh, I'm sorry. One more segment before, not to cut ahead. I apologize. Susie is with Kylie Ray before that match. Sorry, we backtrack for a second. Susie's with Kylie Ray, and she says, Kylie's like, I like you. And Susie's like, I don't know if I want to be bad or good. I don't know if I want to be good anymore. I don't know. She's confused. But Kylie's like, I want you to continue to be a good person. But then Taya Valkyrie interrupts, and she wants Kylie Ray to cut the Mr. Rogers crap, which that needs to be a soundbite, Kyle. And she encourages Susie to be bad. And after saying all that, Taya changes her statement by saying both of them are annoying. I don't need any of you. You both need makeovers. And then Susie tries to go after Valkyrie, but then Kylie Ray stops her. So there's the little hints, Alicia. You got little hints of Su Yung coming back out. But I like was it you said the prediction last week where it's not going to be Susie who turns, it's going to be Kylie who turns? Was that you said that? Somebody said that last week.
Someone else said that.
Somebody else, Jay, was that you? Somebody said that over here last week.
Me.
Definitely was. You don't contribute shit. It wasn't you for sure.
No, if it's not a joke or tearing somebody down, I'm good for shit.
Listen, Ronnie James Dio said it best. If the less that you give, you're a taker. Kyle, it's you are, man. You are just a taker.
All assets of life, Trent. I just take and just.
Jay,
never mind.
Somebody said it last week. I don't know if whoever's in the chat, if you said it last week that it's going to be Kylie who ends up being the one who turns evil. And I
remember someone saying it. I don't think it was me.
Well, it seems like whoever gets involved with Sue gets that case of the split personality. So, it's like, didn't Allie go bad? She was good, and then she went bad, and then she was good again, and then she died. It seems to be a reoccurring factor with Sue.
I like that. Okay,
well, let's have everything except for the dying part. How about that?
Yeah. Let's keep Kylie from meeting that fate.
I can't see Kylie Ray flipping that switch. I can't.
I like Nurse.
I just did no.
Nurse Nicole's comment was great. It's like Kylie Ray turning bad would be like Winnie the Pooh going heel.
What if she?
Yeah. It's so true.
What if she's taking out the Rascalz? Huh? What if it's her?
But listen, who knows?
Okay, did I say it, Lakers? I don't remember saying it. All right, well, look.
It was you
like
said
this.
it. Good.
It certainly could have been. Because I can't remember what the hell I had for breakfast this morning.
Fucking lollipops, man.
Yeah, and I got like 180 to go.
There's only 180 to go.
You're putting me to sleep.
Jiminy Christmas. Exactly.
God.
So look at it like this. All right, so Kylie's when she's outside of the ring, and she's very timid, and she's very kind, and she's very, Mr. Mr. Roberts. What's the guy's name from the past?
Mr. Rogers.
Mr. Rogers, thank you. Jesus, I grew up on that too. I should know this. Oh, yeah. Like I said, I can't remember what I had for breakfast. Anyways, so she's very kind, very timid. But when she's in the ring, then all of a sudden, boom, that spark ignites. And she does her finisher and everything leading up to that. It's like, whoa, where'd this come from? So I think it's in her. I think it's definitely in Kylie. We're just so used to seeing her like this for, in any place she's ever been before, including here. And so, there could absolutely be something new brewing inside of Kylie. And who knows what'll happen between Susie and her.
Well, listen, I'm curious. Again, another slow burn storyline, guys. That's, again, the fun of Impact right now is a lot of seeds planted. The road to Slammiversary. What happens? We got a lot of time still. We got a month.
We got a month. Good intentions.
Absolutely. Yeah. I like it. I like that. So we'll see where that goes. All right, now let's get to this match. Moose defending the TNA belt against Hernandez. But I love that Josh's commentary was like, wait, why are we pretending like he can do this? Like, why are we pretending he can actually defend this title? This really isn't active. He just found the belt. But I love this, Alicia, how Madison's always the one like dogging him. Like, what are you talking about? Why are you such a hater? Like, why are you always shitting on everybody, Josh? Like, he's the champion. He's TNA champion. I love that. I don't know how you feel about it, but
it's good. The banter, I like Madison more than Josh. But she's always getting him, setting him up and knocking him down, and it's perfect.
The best. It's the best.
She keeps him on his toes.
Yeah, I said here on the show a million times. When Madison first started doing commentary, I was like, hey, she's good. She's all right.
Mm-hmm.
She didn't move me. And then she started, come on, you know me.
She came out of the woodwork.
I love tearing people down. She starts tearing Josh down nonstop. Now, I'm a huge fan of Madison. I don't miss Don anymore. I mean, I love Don, but I don't miss him anymore. Because Madison's great.
No, she's fantastic. The two of them have great chemistry. I love it. I love just hearing her rip on him all the time. But here's one thing I got to ask you guys. I was talking to somebody about this week about Tessa. Tessa's the actual champion. She's our heavyweight champion. She is the hood ornament of the company.
I forgot about Tessa.
I know, so I'm getting to that.
TBH, I forgot about her.
I know. Then this is kind of weird. Has anyone actually missed Tessa's presence? And be honest, have you missed Tessa's presence like to the point where you're like, damn, we're really lacking? No. Or did Impact do an amazingly smart move?
The show goes on, man. The show goes on. The train keeps rolling,
I think having Moose as like the shifting the focus to Moose, even though it's like not the real belt, not champion, whatever, I haven't had a chance to miss Tessa because of it. Right? I mean, Alicia, let me start with you on this. Like, what do you think? Like, am I crazy or like anybody and everybody in the chat sound off on this? I really want people's opinion on this one. Have we missed Tessa at all? Let's hear it.
No, I feel horrible saying it, but I haven't really noticed she's been gone. And I don't know if that's a good or a bad thing. I mean, I'm anticipating and excited for her to come back because I know she's going to put on a hell of a match with her return. But this radio silence on whatever they're doing with her, it's just taking her out of the game for me a little bit. There's too much building up around her, and she's 10 steps back, it feels like.
And people online are like coming up with their own conclusions and guessing, and everybody keeps saying that they think she's going to appear as part of ICU, but I don't know. I don't know.
Oh, wouldn't that be a twist?
I don't know.
Crazier things have happened.
That's true. But then there's like, I don't like to bring these up. That's Jaybone's territory over here. There's these dirt sheet rumors going around. They tried to say that things are bad between Impact and Tessa. I know you guys saw that headline on WrestlingAssholes.com or something like that.
Oh, yeah. People are so quick, especially I can see how the stories can, kind of dwell out of nowhere with her being out of the picture for so long. But the Impact knows what they're doing, whatever they're doing, it's for a reason. And when they announce some crap officially, I'll believe it a little more. But otherwise, I won't take a dirt sheet's opinion as fact.
I don't know. I don't like listening to dirt sheets. I don't trust them. They're all full of shit, looking for clicks. Until I see it with my own two eyes or hear it with my own two ears, I'm not going to buy it. But no, I mean, I don't know, Jay. We didn't get your opinion on this, but like, give me your thoughts on this. The chat's going nuts on this one. I like that I threw this out there. What do you think?
Yeah, it's a little bit of both. You know, it's like there's people that were never on board when she did become champ. So now that she's been missing, it's going to upset those folks even more. I feel like having Tessa there always helped everyone put in, 110%. Like you always saw her put in 110%, no matter what she was doing, a promo in the ring, going for the championship or whatever, fighting ICU, Sammy, all that stuff that she went through. And I just felt like everyone around her took it up a notch, and the show is absolutely taking it up a notch, even in her presence. So do I miss her? Yeah. But I feel like the show is still, going full steam ahead. I don't feel like, she's missing. So, it's a sinking ship again, or no, it's they're doing tremendous things. There's all these quiet little slow burn stuff that we're talking about. I did want to point out something though. Someone was kind enough to bring it to our attention quietly on the Twitter box. So I'm going to do a little share screen-a-rooney here. I'm not going to play the video because I don't want to, get in trouble or nothing. But I am going to share this tweet from Moose. Says, I'll say this just once, EC3. If you had anything to do with interrupting my celebration, I will find you while you're shooting your dumbass narrative videos and beat your fucking ass, respectfully speaking from an old friend. Hashtag Impact on Access TV. I just was like, that is That's a great tweet.
That's good. On that note, what it was is Kyle is displaying with the EC3 hand. Moose wins
right across the face with this. Doesn't hurt, it's just disrespectful.
This is very disrespectful. EC3's music starts playing at the end of the match, and I personally lost. I go, what the fuck? Huge pop.
Jaw dropped,
dude. Everybody for that 1 or 2 seconds. Nobody lie in the chat right now. You all thought he was walking out. Everybody.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I was like, oh shit, he's walking out. Like, this is it. This is it.
I know I didn't fall for it because his video didn't pop up on the screen. It wasn't official. I had a feeling it was some shenanigans,
Some red herring bullshit.
Yeah, I like that word. I don't know what it means, but you keep saying it. I like that.
You said it a few times already. I like doing it purposely to just fuck with you, Kyle.
No, you get those catchphrases.
I'm used to those big smart words.
Metaphor
that I learned in school.
So Moose retains the belt.
He went to school.
Yeah. Kyle, on the other hand, went to the school of hard knocks. Is that what we're going to say, Kyle?
Dude, I graduated, man. I'm super senior.
So what does this mean? Is EC3 the guy? Is he the mystery man? What does everybody think? Sound off on the chats, the comments. You guys are listening, watching this on demand. Is he the guy?
I'll tell you exactly what it means.
I'm such a stinker.
Go ahead, Jay.
This is exactly what it means right here. You see that little clock?
The free EC3 countdown clock. Is that on his website?
Now, this counts down right before the pay-per-view. Okay?
Okay.
If we don't get EC3, I'm going to feel majorly trolled.
Yeah.
Like,
at this stage.
It won't sit right in my heart.
At this stage in the game, we're going to get that's a major trolling, man.
Like, I already feel like I'm getting trolled with some of the stuff that they put in that Slammiversary video with the fired superstars and all that. Yeah. So,
I'm getting trolled this whole
tread
show.
lightly.
Yeah, I'm getting trolled. Nurse Nicole's telling Bill, you need to bring the EC3 jacket back out. Bill, you might as well start teasing the jacket out again at this point.
Nice.
Listen, it could be anything. We're getting trolled from all angles. There's so many different storylines going on and teases and stuff. This is like freshman year of high school over again. just getting screwed from every which way and not getting off. Just getting teased is what's happening here.
Yeah.
Classic
Freshman year was like dazed and confused, wasn't it, Trent? You were one of those kids.
Here's what I'll tell you this.
I was cool. I was hanging out with the seniors.
I'll tell you this. My freshman year was weird. I was never a geek, but my senior year was a lot like I was like it was like a lot like Dazed and Confused. Put it that way. My junior and senior year, I was like those guys, but it's not in Texas. Very very
I would have laid it into even harder.
That was after high school though. Really? So I cut all my hair off and I was like, let's perm it up.
Yeah,
let's go. I went through a very big disco phase. Is what happened.
You did.
You know what sparked it off, Kyle? Anybody ever see Detroit Rock City, the Kiss movie? Anybody see that movie? It came out in '99.
I have.
Yeah, they feed the priest magical mushrooms.
Oh yeah, great movie,
classic.
So the scene where they're on the highway and with the disco people and they get into an altercation with the disco guys on the road. The opposite thing happened to me. I love that song that was playing.
Yeah, You're like Disco Stu from The Simpsons.
Oh, there's a song called "Making It" by David Naughton, a one-hit wonder in the disco era, and I love that song. I was like, you know what? I'm gonna grow out a permed out fro and go through a disco phase for like the summer. The summer of '99. A little disco phase. Then I started school and college, and
this was me that summer kicking your ass.
Damn, it feels good to be a gangster.
Yeah, I had to deal with punks like you trying to teach me about Joker's cards when I'm like, you don't know anything, kid. I was at the damn Ringmaster tour. You know what I'm saying, player? You can't teach me anything, Kyle.
OG.
Reel it in, guys.
We need to do
we got to get this train moving.
We got to do a show where it's just Kyle and I dogging each other for 30 minutes.
I think you guys need like an hour.
You want to dog me, Trent?
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
I'm pretty. I know I'm pretty.
I still can't believe we had Vince Russo bites on our show from our show.
Oh, very nice. Okay. All right. Little too much information for me, but that's okay.
I'm crying. I can't even.
I'll take a lot of pride in saying that was because of me saying that I didn't wax.
Yeah.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
Get back on
The Rascalz confront Reno Scum to ask if they're the ones who attacked Trey. Reno Scum says, nah. They should go ask Follow By and TJP because they heard they were the last two. Those two were mad about losing to the Rascalz last week. So they're like, we got no time to mess around with Trey. We don't give a shit about Trey. So hey, now Rascalz shifting focus to TJP and Fala, another team vying for the tag belts. Which one of these teams is going to come out ahead? I'm smelling, guys. Prediction: 3-way dance tag team titles at Slammiversary, and the North gets screwed out of this somehow.
Yeah.
I'm going with that.
I'm gonna go with that too. Element of surprise.
I think so. All right. One of the best segments of Impact Wrestling history is up here, guys. Willie Mack is hanging out with the Deaners at a campfire, and this was awesome. I can't even describe in words. Jaybone, can you talk about this one a little bit? This was one of the best segments ever.
I don't know if this is going to show up here. All I typed was laughing my ass off right here.
Describe it, Jay. Describe the scene. Set the scene up for us a little bit.
It was so out of whack. It was the Deaners talking, and then the Mac would throw in a line. And then it was the Deaners talk, and I wish I wrote this shit down. It's like it went back. Did you write it down?
I wrote down the hot dog.
Talk about it. Tell it.
Did somebody say hot dogs?
Johnny Swinger looks like the convenience store hot dog that's all the way at the back of the rack.
Yeah.
What the fuck?
And he said something like Chris Bay looks like a dime store Lil John or something.
I know what that's like, man. When you go to 7-Eleven at 2 a.m. and there's that one crusty dog all the way in the back of the rack. You're starving, you're hungry, and you know it's gonna backfire on you. But
oh yeah,
hey,
oh yeah.
You got to swing, right? You got to swing.
You got to swing.
You got to swing. Just swing it. Just swing it. No, it was hilarious. They're drinking and he gets hammered and he starts doing Stone Cold Steve Austin impersonations.
He's got Shark Boy disease. Why does Willie think he's Stone Cold? Like, I love Willie Mack, but it's like he's kicking his stunner and he's drinking beers. Like, why? I don't know. It's cool, but I'm just like, why? You know? Like, Shark Boy got knocked in the head and he had a concussion and he thought he was Stone Cold.
Right.
But Willie Mack is just like, hey, I love Stone Cold. That's cool.
I'm just going to start get drunk with the Deaners at a campfire, impersonate Stone Cold. I loved it.
I love it.
I loved it.
That Diener moonshine, man. That's fucking strong.
We have some folks from Impact in the chat. Can you guys just let them know to keep doing these? Like, we need more of these segments, guys.
Hashtag, we need more Deaners.
More Deaners and Willie Mack hanging out is what I want.
Yeah, more campfire tales.
It's in general, yes. And you know what? Give Willie more mic time. He's the X Division champion. Let's give him more mic time anyway. I think he's great. Doesn't get enough. Naturally funny. Reno Scum and their comeback after being locked down. They were not in the last taping, so Reno Scum's back, taking on XXXL. Another tag team really starting to come together. I like this, guys. Matching gear. They look like a team. They really look like a good team today. I dig it. This was cool. I said this at the beginning. I was there when AC got signed, and then Larry got signed later on. It's like we were all thinking, what are we going to do with these two? Where did these two end up? You know, you got a lot of big men on the roster. The best thing you could have done is team these guys up, and they look good doing it. I'm very, very impressed. Alicia, what about you? I mean, we got a lot of tag teams. Impact's very tag team heavy, but this is a great tag team to build on. I think this is a good early stage tag team.
I agree. They are coming together very nicely.
What about Reno Scum, though, Jay? Is that I don't think we get Reno Scum consistently enough where they can ever be considered like tag team title contenders. Like, they never really got in. They're never in that sentence because it's like they're never on every taping. So we don't get them enough to be like, yeah, they got a shot. You know, they got a shot. The belt's coming up or something.
When Ace was champ, and there was a lot of shenanigans going on, those promos they were doing off site. There was like the one at the beach, and there were some others that I can't remember for whatever reason. But yeah, and of course, you know, none of this COVID stuff helped either because you know, some people weren't there at the tapings. But you know, so just in the height of everything going on with Ace Austin, and now they're back. So yeah, it's as much as I love XXXL, Reno Scum really did need a win.
A win.
So I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Yeah. Big time. Yeah, they do get the win on this one. I don't think XXXL looked weak at all in this one. I think they look good even in the loss. So both to me come out looking strong on this. So I'm okay with it. These two they're kind of in more of a building stage right now, but keep building them. I want to see more out of XXXL. It's funny because I've never been the biggest fan of either one of them. And like we've had like AC's a regular at AAW. I've worked with him a little bit on promos and stuff. And Larry D only had once. I haven't seen him live too much, but like it was kind of like, yeah, cool. Like, they're not terrible or anything. I just never got into them as much. But this got me into them. And now you got my eyes open. They're looking like a good, strong team. I like them as a tag team better than I do as singles. I like where it's...
Why would you do that, Jay? Jay, come on, man. Think the wrestlers want to get insulted like that, dude?
It's not hands up here.
Yeah, make it seem like I did it. Cool.
Terrible.
I'm a sweetheart.
Cut his mic.
Sweetheart. Yeah, cut Jay's mic.
Kalon, cut his mic. How did you like being called Kalon?
Well, it's sticking. People are calling me Kalon. I can't win, Trent. Every time we get a bone thrown at us, think about this. Every time there's a big milestone, we get our first drop ever 2 years ago. First drop we ever got. It was the first time we ever interacted with an Impact star. Rich Swan does an intro for us, and he says, Carl and Trent. And he said, Carl, but my name's Kyle. So then I became Carl. That was a joke back then. And now I'm Kalon. It's just the guy can't win, man.
You know, I'm going to admit something to you right here, Kyle. I lied to you at the time when he recorded it. When I was I saw him at Warrior Wrestling, and he recorded that drop for us. I did hear him say Carl, But I told you I missed it. I didn't catch it, Kyle. He was in a rush. I just had him record it real quick on my phone. I heard him say Carl.
You're a piece of garbage. How dare you? How dare you? Our first drop from a star, and you let him just take a deuce on my name.
I gotta say though, you edited it nicely too.
I did. I'm sharp. I'm sharp.
There was a little radio magic with that one, guys. You edited that one nicely.
Sharp.
Chris Bay and Johnny Swinger in the back. They're talking about Deaners and Willie. What the hell they just witnessed? And so they're gonna take care of him. How we're gonna take care of him. We're gonna figure it out. Swinger's like, don't worry, Daddy. I know a guy who can help. He's got the Pizzills and the Rizzettes. I'll call a guy. He gets on. What did he call his cell phone? Did anybody write this down?
I didn't catch it.
No, oh man.
He's got a cellular thingy.
He like this gimmick, this little cellular gimmick thingy right here. He called somebody, and he's like, the exact line was, "You finished up with Junior, right?"
Junior, yes.
What? 90 days? You mean tell me you get paid to sit home for 90 days?
A wizard.
What kind of game is that? I'm like, another hint. Drop those little hints in there, guys. Like, who the fuck is he talking to now?
And what did he say though about getting that work in that situation? He was like, "What a wizard." I guess that's with swingers. He's using wrestling terms and wrestling terminology, but real old, ones, pure ones. So it goes over our heads, and it's good because I hate how all the fans are put over, gimmick, heat, bump. The fans say those words, and they shouldn't, But
you got to learn to talk Carney again, man. You got to put the Z's in there.
Well, no, now they're saying things that are over people's heads. But
one thing he dropped in there was that he's got to go to the perfect plan B, and that I thought that was interesting. Because somebody pointed out that Curtis Axel was also released, I guess. So the perfect plan B, finished up with Junior.
Whoa, Junior. Look at the comment.
Swinger was definitely on the phone with Kurt Henning's son,
Junior.
Joe Henning. Well, Junior he's talking about is Vince. You finished up with Junior, right? What, 90 days?
All right. But still, if I wasn't paying attention, I don't know. There is a Junior that it could possibly be. Because you have to keep guessing. You have to.
After the break, we get a little vignette about Deonna Purrazzo, kind of a who is about Deonna. So if you want to know who Deonna Purrazzo is, check out the video. They showed her. I never knew this, guys. When she appeared on one of those one night only specials, it was her fourth match, and she was only 19. That's crazy.
Yeah.
She's super young. And then she talks about how she got into the business, traveled the world. Alicia, are you a Deonna fan? Are you waiting to get a little more validation before you become a fan? What are you at with Deonna?
I have not seen any of her matches. Sorry.
Okay. No, that's fine. That's fine because we're going to see it from here on out. So I want to see how we build up. I've only seen
I like how she brought her in though. I really like that she's coming tough and she's just swinging on everybody.
You guys swing?
Yeah.
She's a Johnny Swinger, Johnny Swingette.
No, listen. I think it'd be interesting. This is going to be a nice little build because they're throwing it right into the deep end with the knockouts title. But here we go to the back and Gia Miller. Ingrid. Gia Miller. Can I get that right, Jaybone? Did I get that right, Gia Miller? Thank you. Gia Miller, Impact backstage interviewer. Gia Miller asking Jordan Grace about Deonna and about the piece that was just shown. Grace says, all Deonna did was ask for a title shot. She'd give her one. No big deal. You come to my ring. You come into my house. And, you want to prove you're worthy of a title shot, just come ask. But while this is going on, Deonna attacks her and goes for the Fujiwara armbar again. So
just wrecks her. Wrecks her right in front of Gia Miller.
It was a pretty brutal beatdown, guys. I gotta say, she kind of took her out. Pretty intense beatdown.
Oh, there was no kind of about it. She took her ass out. It was brutal. She is there for business.
It's gonna be a good match. It's gonna be a good little feud here. I like where this is going. All right. Main event time, guys. Ace Austin, Eddie Edwards street fight. We've seen this match before. Everybody was hoping for another trash can dive by Ace Austin. Trash can dive part 2. We did not get it. But
welcome to Jackass.
This is Ace Austin. Welcome to Jackass.
Welcome to Jackass.
No, it was cool. I mean, these have great chemistry. You know, they've had a ton of street fights with the whole feud with Eddie, Alicia, Edwards, and everything. That was good. I mean, it was a very solid match. Eddie Edwards versus Air is a 5-star match. You know, so
it felt like the Joker versus the Riddler. Their color schemes were very.
I like that. I didn't even catch that. That was good.
I'm more of a Mr. Freeze kind of guy myself. You know, Arnold. That's.
I like Poison Ivy.
Way better than the Joker, Mr. Freeze. I mean, come on.
You know, Kyle, we're talking about Ace Austin. You want to remind the viewers watching about the haircut you just got? You want to show it off real quick?
Oh, yeah.
Why are you beating down my haircut, man?
Now we're just going to dye that purple, and it'd be uncanny.
It's fresh, Trent.
Did you or did you not go to Supercuts or Hair Cuttery?
I go to the Golden Corral, Trent.
And say to them, can you make me, you put up a photo and say, make me look like Ace Austin. This guy's a real scumbag.
I think I meant to say Cotton Corral. Golden Corral is a buffet now.
I was going to say, you went to a buffet and got your hair cut?
No,
Buffets are gone.
my joke is Cotton Corral, not the Golden Corral. But hey, by the looks of it, maybe I did get a cut at a buffet.
Did you?
That's what you people I thought it was good.
Did you comb your hair with a pork chop too, you son of a...
Dude, you're bald. You're bald as shit. Like, there's never going to be any hair on your head ever again.
Wait a minute. Kyle, did you really get your haircut at a place called the Cotton Corral?
No, it's a joke from Napoleon Dynamite. Come on.
I've seen it once. It didn't get over.
You know what, Trent? Don't worry about me. Just worry about eating all that pasta, you know? Keep worrying about Zach Conifer just sent that to me in a DM.
Oh, my God.
That's amazing.
What the hell photo is that of me? Where did that even come from?
Where's your neck, bro?
I don't have a neck. Where's my neck?
So hold on. Explain to anybody that's not in the watch-alongs. Apparently, when we do the live watch-along before we do this show, Trent's always eating pasta. Now, I wouldn't know because I never Tuesday that podcast, but apparently you eat a lot of pasta on there.
Just Tuesdays, Pasta Tuesday. I make pasta and I eat it live. Everybody, dude, it's over. It's over. People are sending me asses. The pasta's over, man. Pasta watch along is over. Yeah, so I'm in. I'm in on it. Why do I have a neck? Why I'm my face on Hulk Hogan's Pasta Mania body, and I don't have a neck.
Well, you don't have a neck anyway. It's hidden under that beard and that hair. You know? It's scary at this point. I've never seen it.
There you go. All right. Well, listen.
Look at Alicia. She can't take it.
Unbelievable.
Put up with Beavis and Butthead and Stewart.
Cut his mic.
He's definitely not a Todd. He's got to be Stewart.
Cut his mic. It's getting off the rails here. All right. Good match, and the right guy won here, guys. I really like this match a lot. Ace Austin gets the win on this one. Big win for Ace Austin with the fold. But it didn't come clean because at one point, out of nowhere, Madman Fulton sneaks up. Looks like the 90 Day Fiance guy.
You wouldn't know. Not Ed. Outside of the wrestling bubble, you wouldn't know about it.
I've seen the memes. Okay, listen. Let me finish this up, and you guys can dog me all you want. Madman Fulton comes out of nowhere from underneath the ring. Gets Eddie Edwards in a choke slam, a second choke slam. Ace Austin gets the win on this one, and Ace Austin wins with the fold. Dude, I got total Shawn and Diesel vibes at the end with that. You finally got a heater for Ace Austin. And somebody in the chat, in the watch-along, Jay, we were talking about getting Ace Austin a manager. I think you brought this up, right?
What was that? Who?
Jay.
Me? Oh, yeah, totally. I don't know.
This guy is out of his – he's a total lunatic. What is wrong with you today, Jaybone? Where are you here?
Something off about him, you know?
I am here.
Are you here?
It was a long day.
All right, we're gonna let it. We're on the main event. You're off the hook for a little bit here, but guys, he's got a heater, and this is a perfect. I think Fulton looked awesome, Alicia. I think he looked like a badass. He looks like he's got that renewed energy. Now, what's the tie into Ace Austin? Where do we go with that?
I didn't anticipate it, and I don't know if you caught it, but Madison was claiming that Fulton's the one who was attacking Trey.
Oh, okay.
And I gotta say, if that's really what the case is here, I'm a little disappointed, and I felt that my scenario was way better. Just saying.
remind everybody what your scenario was.
Eric Young.
Eric Young.
Team Canada. I thought it was going to be the start of a whole new era. Nope. It was just Fulton. And no, I'm glad, because I'm glad he's back on TV. He's been off since, he split from OVE. But where do we go from here? What do we do with this? They're giving us too much. I like the surprise, but I'm a little overwhelmed.
All right, the end. Over.
Oh, stop.
Over.
Stop.
Over.
It still hurts me deep in my heart.
I love this hat, and it's hard to find. They only sold it at the merch booth of the show, but I'll burn this just to hurt you, Alicia.
Oh my God.
This is a one of a kind. They sold like 100 of these.
Dude, Kyle.
I will teleport there and drop kick you in your throat. Don't do that.
Haircut,
Would you do it on the air for ratings? Would you do it on the air? That's the question.
What?
Would you burn it?
How
on
are
the
you
air?
gonna do me like that, bro?
I'm asking him how bad, how far he's gonna take it.
Oh, now you're being sick, Trent. Now you're being.
Just send it to Alicia. Don't burn it. Send it over.
You're the sicko, not me.
Send it to me. I don't wear hats, but I'll hang it up on a wall.
She'll put it somewhere. All right. Well, Ace Austin wins, but here's the thing, guys. It wasn't over. It was not over. She's wearing glasses. Alicia's glasses on. She's going full Daria now. All right. Now the credits rolled, and then we had another news break. Jay, you like the news. What was the guy's name? You mentioned this guy's name, Jay.
Oh yeah, that was from Jiminy Christmas.
He's off today. He's off. Too many lollipops.
Jiminy Christmas. That too.
You had the guy's name in the watch along.
Jiminy Christmas. Is it John Burton? John
Burton,
you moron.
He's a real newscaster, correct? And
guy takes the time to retweet us and answer the show, and you can't even get his name right.
Did he retweet us today? I don't know.
He might have retweeted my personal account, not yours.
No,
Kale on the mic.
Kalon.
Kalon.
Shut up, Kalon. Shut up, Kalon.
Kalon on the mic.
What an asshole.
Kalon. All right. So we get the tease, guys. Another news thing. We get the hooded character drinking whiskey on the rocks. And the news says that at least one former world champion will be making his return to Impact Wrestling on Saturday, June 18th at Slammiversary. The video package contained even more names in it this time, more faces. You had the usual from the last thing, but now you added in what? Kurt Angle was in there. Stinger was in there. God, there was more. There was a lot more in there. I don't know who the hell this world champion is, but this should be able to narrow it down. You got, there hasn't been a ton of world champions, so you should be able to know, you got maybe a few to choose from. Who is the former world champion showing up at Slammiversary? Let's get that last prediction here before we call it. We're at that show. Alicia, who are you going with?
Wait, what? I got distracted by the comments. I'm sorry.
All right. Who is the former world champion showing up at Slammiversary?
Eric Young.
Prediction. Eric Young. Jaybone?
Yeah, I think Eric Young is a definite stab for success there, but I think there's going to be more than that. I'm seeing a lot of people throw James Storm. They did show James Storm.
He did.
And that's interesting. Now, he has been with NWA, but like I said, I have no idea what's going on with NWA.
He ain't showing up. He's with the bitter ex-girlfriends over there. The bitter ex-girlfriends of Impact Wrestling. He ain't showing up. And they're just teasing you.
They're podcasting about it, apparently.
Partyland. They're just a bunch of bitter ex-girlfriends of Impact Wrestling.
I don't know what's happening there.
I want to like it. I want to support NWA. I do. Let's talk about this for a second. They got half the old Impact alumni. So you think they'd want to attract us. But they throw out this vibe. Like Billy said in a press conference, we will not be working with Impact Wrestling. And then, like Eli Drake throws these shots, and it's just like, I want to like NWA, but I can't. And until they start being nice to us, I'm not supporting it. And Scumbags got stroked. There's about 20 people that are not going to watch it just because I said that. So when
you got quite a net there.
Impact start, not alienating us, we'll support it.
Kyle's got the numbers. He's got the numbers. Always trust the numbers. Well, listen, let's find out. We're going to find out in a couple of weeks. who it is. That's definitely not James Storm. I'm gonna put that out there. I don't think it's James Storm. If it is, I mean, maybe I'm wrong, but
that'd be cool.
Former Impact World Champion. Jay, prediction?
Well, they even showed Bully Ray. I saw someone put it in the chat. Thank you for reminding me, because they flashed a ton of names.
A lot more this time.
It's EC3 was a champ too. I think it's starting to look like he might be a dead ringer. I mean, if Impact is just messing with us, and they're just messing with us.
That's the thing. That's the thing. You know, I don't want anybody to think like EC3 confirmed. It doesn't mean nothing. They could be toying with us.
Just keep an eye on the socials. It's going to be a fun time over the course of the next month. They're going to throw everything under the sun at us.
I should dye my hair purple. Sorry, continue. Sorry.
That'll come soon.
Interesting thing to note.
You could be even cool like me and then wrap your head.
Millard knows what I'm talking about. We're angry Impact fans, and we're not supporting NWA till they stop being a bunch of
Their ex-girlfriends?
No. Besides that, hold on a second. I'm a schlep. Till they stop being a bunch of
What a scumbag!
Bunch of scumbags.
Hey. All right, there you go.
Duly noted.
Duly noted.
That's like a half a minute. Thank you, Kyle.
Oh, very nice. Very nice.
This is a bunch of crap. This just sucks.
That's probably my favorite new soundbite, though. I gotta say,
I make a new one once every 2 years.
This is a bunch of crap. This just sucks.
But then you got the keepers that aren't going anywhere.
La güera loca.
That's a pretty one.
That's very true. That one can't go anywhere. I mean, that one's definitely that's got a personal connection to you, Kyle.
I have seen that penis.
Also a favorite.
I have seen that penis.
Take us home, Trent.
What's horrible about that particular one, I gotta say, is if you look at the picture, there's Don Callis sitting next to Josh Matthews, except Josh Matthews is looking down.
I have seen that penis.
He's looking down.
I have seen that penis.
I would highly recommend you put a different picture in there, Kaylon.
I have seen that penis.
Leave it.
I like it more now.
I like it more, especially because Josh looks just disgusted at it.
Leave it. That was purposely done. That was done.
Scumbag!
Absolutely. All right, Kyle, give me your prediction. Then I'm going to give you mine. Then we're going to wrap. Who's showing up at Slammiversary? Oh, he's got props.
Trouble. Oh.
Two in the pig and one in the sink.
Two in the pig, one in the sink. Look at that. How about that? This is what we're doing now.
Someone had to say it.
She was a respectable young lady.
Someone had to say it.
I would smack you upside of the head, but now this is just.
No, you keep that foul thing away from me.
Hey, you don't know what I do with this.
Better mic.
I don't want to know.
Jaybone cut both their mics. I'm going with EC3. Let's wrap the show. This is off the rails. All right, Alicia.
Make an old man blush over here. Jiminy Christmas.
Alicia, where can people find you on social media?
Yeah, sorry, you can find me on the Twitter and the Instagram at Alicia B Cakey, all one word. Yeah.
All right, like it matters right now. Jaybone, plug your shit. That's 2 hours into this. 2 hours. Where can they find you? Get it over with already.
I'm not even going to plug the Smash This podcast.
You just did.
You know where it is. Just look up Smash This podcast on YouTube. You can find me personally on the Twitter box at Jaybone5150. That's JAYBONE 5150.
All right.
Oh, nice. Good for you.
Damn right.
Where can they find you, Kyle? You're a Twitter machine lately.
Follow me on the Twitter sphere at KL on the mic. I'm on there tweeting, ripping on Trent, ripping on Jay. Alicia's getting comfortable. Start ripping on her.
Too comfortable.
Yeah. She's settled in now. It's like he was being nice for a bit. That's it. That's it.
It's coming for you, Alicia.
Yeah, absolutely. Kaylon's unleashed. But no, very nice. Okay. Well,
Deep breath.
It's not dirty. It's just I just speak what comes to mind without any actual sexual intention.
I want to filter. We do not.
Guys, you can follow me at Hemi Music at Instagram, Twitter, and Facebook. Support. We got new T-shirts out. If you want to support though. But speaking of T-shirts, don't forget. Total Nonstop Impact is on Pro Wrestling Tees. ProWrestlingTees.com/Total Nonstop Impact. Look at our lovely hosts modeling that for you. Jaybone, take that comment down so we can see these shirts.
Does anybody have a picture of Humble Beast wearing one? Can I pull that up quick?
Humble Beast rocking. He's modeling these shirts.
Looking great.
Looking jacked, Humble Beast. He bought a couple of shirts from Jay's podcast, Mash's podcast.
TNI. Why is he putting money in Jay's pocket?
J-Bone's got bills too. He loves
all of us. Shut up.
He's got lollipops to buy, man. But guys, yeah, you can support the show. If you like what we do, all we're asking is support the show. Support the show. Tweet us. Pick up a T-shirt. We love it. We'll try to come up with some more merchandise too at some point. But get that. We're on Pro Wrestling Tees, guys. Everybody's getting their shirts. Mine has not arrived yet, and they said it shipped Wednesday from 4 miles away. I still don't have it. Go figure that one out. But all right. That is going to do it, guys. That's the Impact Wrestling June 16, 2020 review. Don't forget, guys, you can follow the show at We Talk Impact, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. Type in Total Nonstop Impact or We Talk Impact as a username, and it comes right up. For audio listeners, the show is available on all audio platforms: Apple Podcasts, Stitcher, SoundCloud, Google Play, iHeartRadio, TuneIn Radio, Spotify, Geo7 in India. We're on there officially now. We're told it's like the Spotify of India.
Humble Beast, huge TNI listener. Yeah, I bought this cool shirt. I'm awesome now.
Look at that. Looking jacked in that TNI shirt.
Look at me. I'm the man.
He's looking good.
You want to look like me? You got to get this T-shirt. ProWrestlingTees.com. Oh, there it goes.
Your phone went out. All right. Phone went down. All right. Well, listen, thank you guys for joining us. Definitely support the show. Connect with us. Give us all your feedback. We appreciate it. Tell Impact Wrestling you like what we're doing over here. Let them know. Bug Scott. Josh Matthews, let them know what we like, what we do. There's somebody in the chat called Jiminy Christmas.
There's a user named Jiminy Christmas.
Unbelievable. Somebody in the chat is named Jiminy Christmas.
Maybe you really are over, like they say.
J-Bone's over, man. J-Bone's over.
Just maybe.
Jiminy all right. Christmas.
You cue up the video. Guys, thank you very much for joining us. We'll be back Thursday, NWA TNA Throwback Review number 29. Watch on Impact Plus. And join us for the review. It'll be Jaybone and I. It'll be the 18th anniversary, as pointed out by Terrence Sullivan. It'll be the 18th anniversary of Impact Wrestling's first show on Thursday night. We're doing the throwback show.
And if you made it this far to the very end of the podcast, all I have to say to you is, well, actually, I don't know.
I don't know whether to say congratulations or I'm sorry.
You gave us 2 hours of your time.
Thank you, Evan Ginsberg, for joining us. 350 days, guys. 350 days streaming everywhere. Google it, Tubi, Amazon Prime. Check it out. All right. Thank you all for joining us. We appreciate it. Somebody hit the video. We will see you guys.
You do it, Jay. You do it.
We'll see you guys on Thursday for NWA TNA. Good night, everybody.
Bye.
This is the real Impact Wrestling World Champion, Big Mike Michael Elgin.